Hello, welcome to a special edition of the EITR podcast. I'm your humble and gracious host, B, accompanied by my two brothers, Josh and man called OP. And today, brothers, we got my white brothers in the building.
Let's go, diversity, let's go, hey!
They know the knowledge is up here. They got the tunes. Got my dog Clyde, the Glide, and the rollerblading master himself, my dog Andy. How we doing, fellas?
Doing good.
Chilling.
Grand, as they might say.
Yes, sir. Yes,
So,
sir.
Josh, get into it, man. Like, what are we talking about today, bro?
So today, in the holiday spirit, you know, you get the family together and you argue about shit, right? That's what you do. That's what we're about to do today. Holiday season, getting towards the end of the year. So we figured this would be a great time to make up the top 5 albums of the year. The EITR official list. If you're not on this list, your album was boo-boo.
I have to go with Culture 3. Also got to go with Donda. Got to go with CLB. Yeah, see. I knew them boys were gonna say some shit.
The commercial top 3.
Okay. But no one liked Culture.
Gosh.
That's fine. Continue. 2 more.
2, Don Toliver's album, which was called what was that called? Life of a Don. Thank you.
Don Life.
And then my dog Baby Kingdom, a lot of glue. That for me is my top 5. Anybody?
So just so I could reiterate this, I have Baby Keem.
Mm-hmm.
I have Don Life, Don Toliver.
Mm-hmm.
I have Donda.
Yep.
And that's it, right?
No.
You need 2 more, don't you?
No. I said CLB, brother, and Culture 3.
All right, okay.
People might not fuck with that, but it's my list.
It's your list. Those are your okay. So who moving on? Brandon, I'm sorry. Would you like one of the guests to go next since they're sitting right next to you?
I'll go.
You go.
No particular order. My top 5. Isaiah Rashad, House is Burning.
Hey, this one right here, I already knew it was gonna be this 5, bro. Go ahead, bro.
Mm-hmm.
2, Jasmine Sullivan, Hotels.
Whoa.
That album is absolutely.
Wow.
I've revisited that.
Jasmine Sullivan.
It's a wild card.
That's wild. Okay.
It's like a dark horse wild card.
Keem, Melodic Blue. Donda. And then Vince Staples' self-titled project, Vince. That is my 5.
My
Great
bad.
list.
So if I can reiterate this,
Yes.
we have House is Burning, Isaiah. Almost put me to sleep. My bad.
What?
And then we have Jasmine Sullivan, Hotels, respect. We got Vince Staples. Then we have another Baby Keem and another Donda.
Yeah.
Amazing.
No
Amazing. All right. So
No
now,
CLB.
I feel your vibes though. I can tell your music taste right
Your
here.
brother is as chill as a cucumber.
I see. I'm sorry. Then next guest. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. What are your names again? I'm sorry.
This is Andy and
Clyde. So Clyde, gave me the list, fam.
All right, so my top 5 is also in no particular order.
Mhm.
Off the top, we have Life of Pierre 5.
Woo!
Number 2,
Damn!
Slime Language 2, Young Stoner Life.
Yeah.
I'm going to call an audible here, and I'm going to put in Boldy James and The Alchemist, Bo Jackson.
Ooh. Very solid.
And then this is also, it's technically a reissue because it wasn't on streaming, but I'm going to throw in Mac Miller Faces. And then I'm also going to throw in at the end here, Anniversary by Bryson Tiller. That's a little bit of a questionable choice, I would say, but I think that's
a good. I revisited it. That's a good replay.
I've been listening to that all year. It was on my. I got my Apple Music, and that's definitely a prominent feature. All the songs on that are in my top 20. So
dope. So let me make sure I get this right. We got Life of Pierre Bourne. We got Slime Language 2. We got Mac Miller Faces. We got Anniversary Bryson Tiller. And then Bo Jackson by who?
Boldy James.
Boldy James.
Produced by The Alchemist.
Boldy James. Alchemist.
Also, just a quick comment. I might have to take out Culture 3 for the brother Pierre Bourne because that album was phenomenal.
It's already been established.
All right.
Because it's on the list already, we're gonna talk about it later. Anyway. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
no doubt.
It's up here.
And if Brent releases before New Year's Day,
we were both
about
about
to come back.
Yeah,
we're about to come back.
We're all gonna put them in at the end.
Exactly. All right. OP, King Dewey himself. Give me the list, man.
So this is in my order from 5 to 1.
Oh,
So
nice.
let's get it.
Nice.
First one is Friends That Break Your Heart, James Blake. Great album. Fourth is the big man from London town, Dave. We're all alone in this together. Fucking phenomenal album.
Dave.
Phenomenal album.
Then we got at 3, Houses Burning, Isaiah Rashad. You know the vibes. 2, we got Vince Staples, because that album's fucking crazy. And for 1, Call Me If You Get Lost, the Rude Boy. Absolutely.
Thank you. Okay.
I knew he was gonna say that shit.
Okay, that's the best album of the year.
Okay.
But we'll talk about it later.
So OP and Andy, y'all gonna get along very well today. That's what I said. Y'all gonna get along just fine.
Yes, sir.
Interesting. And so let me reiterate. I got Friends That Break Your Heart, James Blake. Dave, All Alone in This Together.
That was on.
That's a good ass album, bro.
That or Slow Time, you could argue for I think either, and that would be fair.
Yeah.
Anyway, we got Houses Burning. We got Vince Staples, and we have Call Me If You Get Lost. Yes, sir.
Banger. Yes, sir.
So now I guess it's my turn to give you guys the correct list.
Yeah, here we go. Kanye.
Doja Cat.
Iggy Azalea dropped something too, guys. Get your ass up, nigga.
Peppa Pig.
God damn.
Hey, yo, that Backyardigans soundtrack.
He said Peppa Pig.
Hey.
God damn.
All right. So my list is in no particular order. I couldn't do that. So first, I mean, obviously Donda. Y'all know me. Complain with me. Come on now. Then Call Me If You Get Lost, Tyler the Creator. I got Life of Pierre. I got Don Life, Don Tolliver.
Great album too.
And then I have Slime Language 2.
Yo, what's the hate on CLB, my brother? I don't understand.
What is the hate on CLB?
Album of the year?
Bro. All right.
We'll get it
Anyway.
Yeah.
So right now, honestly, guys, we have a pretty solid. I feel like we're about to cover pretty much every big album that dropped this year, high key.
Yeah, I think so.
Except for J. Cole. But anyway.
Yeah. Hey, hold on. Y'all tripping. Don't play that man like that. That album was phenomenal.
Was it on
your list?
Yeah.
Hey, listen.
What happened?
We have the position. We have the position in adding it. But I was also gonna say, what about Snow Allegra's album?
Ooh, yeah.
Gotta sneak that bitch in there. And we can also go Adele. But I didn't really.
So let's see. No, I appreciate you shouting out essentially the honorable mentions.
The honorable mentions. And her dropped an album too. That shit was good.
Right. I mean, we might add those. I feel like we have a pretty solid list here, you know.
This album was fun.
That's interesting. I wonder, I'm gonna just say this really quick. I'm gonna have to talk to Andy and OP, y'all specifically, because I feel like the off season would fit y'all's list.
They're not going back to it though.
But y'all weren't really vibing with it compared to like the Daves and the Jenkins. Like it just wasn't.
Replay value for me. I've gone back to Houses Burning I listen to it every day.
Facts.
But that's because you're a stan.
I mean, yeah, but
and see, that's why I go to CLB because I'm what a stan.
Interesting. All right, so let's get into it, fellas. This is what I guess a little interessante. Okay, so I'm about to give an album, and it's a simple vote. I just want to see hands. Okay, I'm gonna say an album name. I'm gonna need hands, Is it in the top 5 of the year or is it not? It's that simple. Okay, we get the list here. I wish I could share the list with y'all, but I think y'all have a good idea of it. You'll see in a bit. So first and foremost, Donda. Is Donda?
You have to.
I can't.
OP, you're a hater.
Hey, OP, tell us why not. OP, tell us why not.
Sonically, it's incredible. I have to admit that.
Yeah.
I didn't like him rapping on it, but I'm just being honest. The best bars are behind him.
Just for the listeners, the vote was 4-1. The only one vote not having it in their top 5 was OP, and we need an explanation, sir.
I haven't played that album in like maybe 3 weeks, and it's not top 5 for me because it's a little too long of an album for my liking. There's a lot of dead space for me. There's a lot of songs that are fillers. It's like a Naruto season. Like I don't need all these episodes.
Yeah, you're watching the Shippuden and you're like 100 episodes for it. Yeah.
Exactly. So it's like, yo, like if you would take in like 9 or 10 of your best songs, that would have been album of the decade.
That's
but it wasn't.
Sequencing is normally really good. That's why I was
right. Exactly. But I feel like, and we already had this conversation where he was going back and forth with fans on all those messaging boards or whatever, like trying to find out what they wanted, crowdsourcing the songs and the sounds that he wanted them to like. So we just put everything in there and made part 2s of everything. And it's like, bro.
So you
like,
think that the cohesiveness wasn't there for it to be album?
It's a little off for me.
It's too long to be concise. I feel like right now the perfect album length, if I'm listening to a rap album, is anywhere from
like 10 to 14.
Any more, any longer than 45 minutes to an hour, I can't sit there.
I can't sit there
much.
I've got to take a break. So it has to hit on all cylinders. But it also has
we also have 9 to 5s, brother. We don't have time.
I don't have all that
to
time
be gallivanting with friends.
Yeah, Brendan, I'm gonna need you to keep that same energy when we talk about CLB.
Peter Bourne
or Peter Bourne. Yeah, but we're gonna keep
25
going.
songs, bro.
Huh? They're the same length. They're the same freaking length. No, they're both freaking 2 hours long.
No, they're not.
I think the thing that troubles Donda though is the highs that it has. The songs I really like for example, Junior. I really like Remote Control. The highs I really connect with, but the lows, those lulls, I'm like, man, I really just so
didn't need that
wasteful. We could have made this, 12 to 15 songs and it would.
Next song, next album here. We have Call Me If You Get Lost. Now on 3, fellas, I need on 3. 1, 2, 3. Is it top 5? That's, you know what's crazy? Okay, so for the people at home, the vote was 3-2, and it's wild because I know if we polled the world,
yes,
Call Me If You Get Lost would be album of the year, let alone top 5.
Well, that's why I voted on it, even though it's not in my top 5, because I agree. It's a consensus top 5.
Let's check this out.
I think with the nomination, it has to be. I acknowledge that, but I liked Igor more. So it's for me. I love Igor. For me, it's like I know it's a great album, but I connect with that? I connect with it as much as the other albums that I like more?
Don't shoot. I don't know, man. That Gangster Girls vibe. It's just something about it.
It's good. The Wayne verse, the Wayne verse towards the end of the album is one of my favorites.
Igor, I'd rather listen to Igor than that.
Honestly, I can't even compare the two because
they're
I like
different.
Yeah, I like Igor a lot too. I like that more kind of R&B wave that he's on, more so than his hip hop rapping style. But something about Call Me If You Get Lost is fucking just smooth, just from front to back. It's just a very cohesive piece of work.
He's very great at first of all lining up his bars. Number 2, his production is always on time. Bro, like Tyler's a music nerd. He really goes in and taps in with like 70s R&B. That's how far back his mind goes. So I give you all that, but I don't go back to that album. I do give it its credit, though, but I'm just not going back to it.
And he's constantly evolving. That's the thing that I love about him.
That's how he knows that you artist. Every album's a little bit different. Feels like it's slightly different genres.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I will agree with y'all that I heard it the first time. The first time I heard it, I knew it was great. And there were a few songs I picked out and said, okay, I could listen to these again. But I will agree, most of the album, I don't really go back to. But I still, when I heard it the first time, and I think that's a big thing. When I heard it the first time, I was like, okay,
this is hard.
This is great.
What's your name is hard as fuck.
This is unique. Yeah, this is unique. This is still on brand for Tyler. It ticked a lot of boxes, you know, and the rollout, the performances, the merch.
Yep. No doubt.
All I want to say is Rolls Royce pull up, black boy hop out.
Yeah, I'm telling you. Yeah.
That's a fucking
that is heat. Nuts. All right.
What else we got, bro?
Next we have. I'm just making sure I'm not missing anyone. I'm going through the ones that had like multiple votes first.
Yeah, it's easy.
Next is Life of Pierre Bourne.
Okay. Yeah, I'm
3, 2, 1.
over that one. I'm gonna have to do it.
Oh, okay. For the people at home, Life of Pierre Bourne, the vote was 4-1 in the top 5.
It is an easy listen though, because all those songs are almost like backing music, where they flow together very well.
They fade into each other.
They fade into each other very well.
Pierre, similar to Kanye, uses 808 really well, but I think his synth usage is amazing, and I really like the features too. Switching lanes I listen to in the car on repeat, like
couch. Yeah, I mean, 42. Just shit's hard, bro.
But he curates a vibe so well. I think, and also too with his history, you know, from coming up with Nudie, and then sort of being in Atlanta and having that sound for things. I just really appreciate it. Now, is this my favorite Pierre album? No. Life of Pierre 4 is the best thing he's ever put out, in my personal opinion.
Yeah.
But I don't know. This is something that, and I've talked about this with my friends, I go back to and listen to it all the time. I can listen to it at a party. I can listen to it when I'm running. It's really accessible for me, and that's why I had to put it.
It was fire, bro. He did a great job.
See, that's the thing about this album, though, is that when it came out, I listened to that album on repeat for a good 2 or 3 months. Like I was in the gym playing that shit.
Months?
Like you said, I was running. I was doing everything to the song, driving to it, looking to it. But as of recently, that's why I didn't make my list, because I forgot about it. Like I just have not played it that often.
But why? Hey, play that shit tomorrow. You're gonna be like,
oh, I'm going to. You reminded me. I'm gonna get in the car.
I'll play it.
When I think of a classic or top of album, I go, I could play this front to back, or I could play this back to front. I could put it on shuffle, but I'm not really gonna, the sequencing when I first listen to it is important, but after, if I just fuck with it, I can listen to it at any point in any structure. And I find that with Pierre's album a lot. I can really listen to whatever song I want.
Now, Andy, you are, you're listening to us literally dick suck Pierre Bourne. This must pain you, because you did not put in your top 5. So is it just not your style, or just why wasn't it your top 5? Why are you wrong?
Honestly, it's just not something that I listened to enough to throw it in there. Like these other projects I revisited so much. It's just not something that really struck a chord with me and that I went back to that much. It's no knock on it at all. I think it's a solid album. It's just not.
We've been through 3 albums. All 3 have made the top 5 so far, guys. So after this point, wow, gonna get a little risky, okay? You lyrical miracle MFers over here. Really?
Yeah, well, this was strategic on your part to put all these albums first. You should have done the other ones.
No, I said the lyrical. I see what you did. You think you're slick.
I
said it's the
most. Gonna get a little contentious.
Damn, we got 3. Damn,
it's gonna get a little contentious. Yeah.
All right, I'll switch it up. Let's go next. We're gonna do.
Burn the house down.
We're gonna do. Let's do. What is it? Is it House is Burning? Yes. Isaiah Rashad.
House is Burning, yes sir.
Yeah, let's do. Okay, on 3, fellas. House is Burning. Isaiah Rashad is the top 5. 1, 2. I did listen to House is Burning, and I don't know if it's like a stylistic thing. I listened to it, and I never had like a wow moment, if that makes sense. I never had like a damn, gotta listen to this more moment. It was pretty meh, at least to me. So I don't know. That's why I couldn't put it in my top 5, especially when I compare it to the other songs. I've listened to Calling You Get Lost, even Life of Pierre Bourne. It's like those wowed me. Did House is Burning? No, it didn't. It didn't wow me. I'm just
send you the best songs. I'm gonna send you the best songs.
I listened to the whole. What do you mean?
What you said is a fucking hit.
I'll say his style is not for everybody. I'm a huge fan personally. Sylvia Demo is a classic album. Sun's Tirade was a phenomenal album. For me, it's very rare that an artist that I really like lives up to the anticipation that I build up for an album. And for me, when I heard it for the first time, I was like, damn, this is exactly what I wanted it to be. This is exactly what I wanted from him. It's got the highs and lows. It's got solid features. And then he just released that deluxe, and he put Juicy J and Project Pat on R.I.P. Young. Stop, man. That's crazy. That's just.
Did you also really like the SZA and Black track, right?
Absolutely. The whole thing talked about it's no skips for me. It's a 0 skip album for me.
Son, I don't particularly like Isaiah Rashad at all. I'm opposite. Like his past projects, there's a few songs on my I know this song. This is a bop. His popular songs. I heard that album on a fluke. It just happened to pull up on my Spotify. I was like, wait, what is this?
Yeah.
Played that shit back to front. Played it again. I was like, all right, this is a banger. This is a phenomenal album. What You Said is the music video for What You Said. Throw an homage to. How do I define bang? You know what, Josh? I'm done with your John. I'm done with anger. I'm done with you, bro. I'm done.
They're playing that at the club. Houses.
I'm gonna play What You Said. I'm gonna play you What You Said later.
No, I listened to it and I was like, "It's some OPS." I get like this is some OPS album. It is. I don't know. We're friends. I understand. Brendan, I'm sorry. Let's just go ahead and talk about this. On 3 for Culture 3.
Oh
yeah.
1, 2, 3. So Brendan, please explain why the hell you think this is.
Pulled up his notes. He wrote it all down.
No, I'm gonna just pull up the track list real quick. And obviously, having our way with Drake. Drake's verse was hard as fuck, and then they came in there, complimented his verse, ended that too as well. And then Straightening was just a banger all around all year too. And then Antisocial with Juice WRLD, Light It Up with Pop Smoke was a banger. I just felt like
those are good features.
I felt like they had good features. Also, like their songs were like, and then on top of that, from the reviews that I've seen from other like YouTubers and things like that, they were like, yeah, this shit was hard. But
yeah, no, I hear you. It's hard, but who wants to explain to him why it's boo-boo?
I'm gonna be real with you, bro. I listened to that album. I probably listened to the first 10 minutes, 15 minutes, cut it off, never played it again. That to me was like watching your favorite over the hill boxer fight at 63 years old and just get knocked the fuck out in the first round by a young. Where it was like, damn, you're just thinking about all the times that you used to enjoy listening to him and Hannah Montana.
If I remember Culture 3, if I remember it, because again, like I'm OP, I haven't heard this shit in a long time. The songs,
you're getting it everywhere.
The songs are, most of them, and they're like, how many songs are there? Like 15? I don't know. I can't remember. They're all way too long. They
have 19 songs on there, and they got Needed featuring NBA YoungBoy, which was actually one of the
19
top
songs.
Yeah.
And if I remember right, a lot of them were either skippable or way too long.
Modern Day, fire.
Yeah, because the songs didn't even have a lot of like the beats didn't have a lot of variety within the songs. It was just the same flow for 4 or 5 minutes, and then they just cut to the next song.
What was that?
I'm just telling you why it's not on anyone else's top 5. Bro.
And I'm gonna tell you why I don't give a damn. It's the Migos. They're fire. Don't care. Because everyone, first off, bro, let's talk about how influential these niggas are. You trying to tell me that everyone doesn't rap like them?
Yo, I get it.
That's fine. Yeah, you can be super influential.
The sound got saturated because y'all want to bite them.
They have some of the best ad libs for sure.
Mama!
Instead of precedent with ad-libs.
Mama! Hey! Yeah, that's just hard.
You can be extremely influential and like lose your touch, you know, like that's possible.
That's fine. That's open.
Both things can be possible.
Three-person hip hop group ever?
Huh?
You think they're the best three-person hip hop
group?
Three-person? Shit. I don't know any other 3-man groups for real.
Bone Thugs?
Bone Thugs. No, Bone Thugs has like 4 people. Like 4 or 5.
4, right.
And West Side Connection, but like they were short-lived for real. And then
I can only think of duos for some reason.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But I think they're definitely top 5, one of the greatest rap groups of all time.
I get it.
That's fine. Yeah,
even
you can have that.
Just groups in music, they are top 10.
You can be that and still put out a boo-boo ass album like Culture 3.
To you, bitch.
She's pretty to me.
She's very beautiful to me.
All right. So next album, guys.
This will be just a dick around.
Let's see. Let's go with another song that got a lot of love with our lists. Don Life, Don Toliver. On 3. 1, 2, 3.
Are we joking? Oh my God. Oh my God. Clyde.
For the people at home.
Orange.
People at home.
No.
It is.
I'll tell you.
The vote was 3-2 no. 3 people voted that Don.
Hey, revote again.
Top 5 album.
Do it again. Do it again.
Hey, relax, Trump. Relax.
Nah. Hey, do it again. We need a recount. This is
OP, man. OP, man. I need one of y'all to tell me.
Warren, you're disappointing me.
Listen. Don Toliver, I think, is a beautiful artist. I think he makes great melodic music. But I think that album had like maybe 3 or 4 songs that I go back to. The rest, I'm just like, filler.
What?
Yes, that's exactly.
Oh my God!
I revisit 3 or 4 songs,
and they're all like in the beginning or the very end, and then the rest in the middle, I'm just like, I don't care.
I will say though, in his defense, his features right now are phenomenal. Pretty much every feature that Don Toliver's on is quality and carries a song.
Yeah,
sometimes more than the artist that he's featured for. But I can't say the album itself is something that I'm just going back to enough to be able to give it the justification.
I see 16 straight bangers.
16? You're capping.
There's no skippables on that album.
I see a capper.
There's not a single skippable song.
Baby Keem's.
You're gonna kill me, OP.
There's 3 or 4 songs that are phenomenal, and then the rest.
3 or 4.
And then I mean, I can't give that a album of the year. Album of the year. It deserves album of the year. Not a chance.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
and Isaiah Rashad deserves it.
We're not saying these albums are
bullshit.
Yeah, these aren't.
I'm not saying it's bad.
Yeah, they're not bad
by
any stretch.
But it was top 5 this year.
Top 5 is a different class of album that we
y'all tripping, bro.
We have to account
this sound that they have on this, the songs that they have on this. This nigga took Justin Timberlake's. So if you all I have in this, and he did fucking Swinging on Westheimer. That was a banger. And then on top of that, he has the Get the Road Company 2, Outer Space. What are y'all talking about?
I mean, what you're doing right now, I could go through the Isaiah Rashad album and do the same thing.
But ain't nobody listening to that nigga like that.
It's not gonna make you.
Cannot.
Ain't nobody.
Okay. What you need, Drugs and Hella Melodies are the 2 that I listen to the most in collaboration with.
What about 5 times?
That's normally.
What about 5 times? Revote.
The kids are on crack. The kids are on crack.
Stop the count.
All right.
Damn, bro.
Next song. Well, I'm still hurt. Anyway.
Album.
Next album we are going to say is Anniversary Bryson Tiller. Now on 3. Now this is not the Christmas album. Right?
It's pretty good, actually. It's pretty good.
No, the Christmas album is fire.
I love the mention. I love the mention. But
now on 3, let's vote. Anniversary Bryson Tiller. 1, 2, 3.
I want to vote for it because I put it in, but I know it's not a top 5 album in terms of the whole, collective. But for me personally, Bryson Tiller's an artist that I've always fucked with heavily. When we look at the grand scheme of things,
you're a fan.
Yeah, I'm just a fan, but it's not a top 5 album.
I'll say this: I voted for it because I didn't want Clyde to be alone. But
it's kind of sad that we couldn't really pull too many new R&B albums out to stand up in this top 5. And
Dom Life ain't R&B.
I wish at least Brent would have put something out before we did this.
All right, guys. So I don't know what happened, but after I said we already had 3 of the top 5, we have not had another one enter the top 5.
Very conservative with their votes. I like that.
Life of a Dog is in our top 5.
Right.
I'm going to vote for them.
So let's see. So this next one, I'm not gonna lie. If this doesn't make, all right, I'm not gonna qualify it. The next album is
That's cheating.
Slime Language 2. On 3, I'm not gonna look. Let's vote. 1, 2, 3 for Slime Language 2.
What the? You have did it. You have to use it.
All right. So for the people at home,
vote for the Dave album.
it was 2 votes yes. It was 3 votes no for Slime Language. Hold on, before anybody says anything, let me just real quick, because I gotta fight for my boy.
Stop crying, bro.
Ski, Diamonds Dancing, Solid.
Pay the Fine is fire.
Uzi, I'm so proud of you.
Uzi, I'm so proud of you.
Talking about
shit hard,
what's
bro.
the song with
Talking
Roddy
about-
Rebel?
I should have voted for that shit.
Warrior.
We just came up on my first year for our first episode. I told y'all Thug is one of the greatest.
But you're not gonna vote for him. You're not gonna vote for him.
No, because
Also,
the back half kind of gets a little bit slow.
It's a little too long.
A little
in my
bit slow.
opinion.
They could have done without some tracks. And the deluxe was straight too, but I didn't need all that.
It sort
Once
of reminded
again,
me of the
only reason why I'm not voting for a top 5 is because the amount of songs.
It reminded me of the Dreamville album a little bit in the sense that it felt like a call to action, and all these smaller artists
Trying to get their shine.
They're trying to get their
bird.
shine, and there's some competitiveness, which I really felt.
But it wasn't.
But it wasn't as good as like the first half of that album.
And that's fair, yeah.
So you really thought Culture 3 was a better album than Slime Language 2? You shiesty mother. Ooh, I hate you. Explain yourself.
Well, honestly, I was in between Culture 3 and Rich Off Pints 2 by Ice Reviso. The back half of the album just kind of lost me.
It detracts.
Yeah, it lost me.
From the
but
overall.
that first half, whoa.
All right, we can move on, but I think this is a conspiracy to get CLB on this list. Dave, all alone in this together. On 3, fellas, we're gonna vote whether or not this is the top 5 album of the year. 1, 2, 3.
Well done.
There we go.
Well done, Brendan.
Yes.
I'll tell you why I voted for it, Josh.
Hold on. For the people at home, the vote was 3-4 and 2 against it. So we're gonna put Dave in our top 5 albums of the year. Okay. You know what, Andy, you why? Explain. Why, Andy?
It's replayability for me. It's an album again that I go back to. I think sonically it's a great album. I think top to bottom it's just a well put together project. It flows together well.
That outro was crazy.
I already was a fan of Dave, and then just the features he got on there. He got the right features. Everything sounds good. I think it's a great project. It should have been in my top 5. I don't know why I left it out, but it's a top 5 album for me for sure.
The outro is what really got me because he was really spilling on that shit.
Yes.
And his like some real struggle shit, like some trenches, like the epitome of the trenches was on that track. And that is why I'm giving it the nod. Also, the features were heavy and Dave got mad bars, bro.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hey,
yeah,
all
bro.
y'all niggas that be acting in the UK don't be spitting.
Those bars
Get out
talking
of
about 2 + 2 is 4.
Stop it, bro. Stop it, bro. This was the only piece of work this year that has actually made me cry listening to it. Heart Attack is one of the most ridiculous lyrically songs I've ever heard in my life. And then you have that little intro part where his mom is literally pleading with her like broken English about how she used to struggle to feed him. And you know, when you find out all about his whole life and how fucking awful this kid has had it, and he paints the most vivid pictures I've heard in hip hop in a very long time, since Nas and Eminem, honestly. Like, he paints such a clear picture. It's ridiculous. And it makes you think that you're on the streets of fucking, I don't know, Brixton or some shit. Brixton. But like,
it's like this.
Just for review, our top 5 is currently Donda, Call Me If You Get Lost, Life of Pierre Bourne, and Dave.
That's a pretty good list.
Don't make the man them make the rude boy
on the list so far.
Dave.
Cuz don't make the gang them get you, fam. You get me right. Get me, fam. Don't make the man them come get you, fam.
We're going Vince Staples. Vince Staples. On 3, let's go ahead and vote. 1, 2, 3.
What the hell? What the fuck? Put your hand down.
That is so
damn.
It's 12 songs in like 35 minutes. He says everything needs to say.
Yes.
And is lyrical within the time
Oh
frame.
my God.
Keeps me interested.
Kenny Beats doing his thing. Bruh, stop it.
So, Jesus Christ. So now we have our top 5.
No, we ain't done, bro.
We're not done, but I'm just review. We have a 5. It is Donda. Call Me If You Get Lost. Life of Pierre, Dave, and Vince Staples.
Yes,
Andy and Orrin fucked this shit up. Andy and Orrin really fucked.
So any of these remaining albums can still make it. It's just once we vote, let's say it could be top 5. We just got to take one out. That's all I'm trying to say. That's all I'm going to say. So next, let's go ahead and get it popping. Baby Keem. Baby Keem on 3. 1, 2, 3, Baby Keem.
One of them bitches is coming up.
Okay. I ain't gonna hold you. Okay? I'm not gonna hold you. Baby. Okay.
Bro, that's
For the people at home. For the people at home.
It is, nigga.
The vote was 3-2. Baby Keem is in the top 5. I'm gonna let Andy, did you vote for?
Yeah.
Let me hear. Why is this top 5? Or as opposed, like which album is that better than on this list?
Which album is it better than on this list?
Which album is it better than?
You gonna say Live Beer?
I can't do that to you guys because I don't have. I would put it over Vince for me personally.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's kind of Keem's coming out party a little bit for those who didn't know who he already was. I feel like now it's more common knowledge that he's Kendrick's cousin. He's coming up under Kendrick Lamar. He's going to be like this protege type deal for Kendrick. And I feel like it was kind of like a coming out type album for him. It was his introduction to those fans who didn't really know who he was. And I think he delivered. I think it's a solid project from start to finish. To put it in the top 5, I would have to take that Vince album out to put that in.
Orn, don't make that face, bro, because you were the main nigga in that CLB chat saying Baby Keem's album was way better than that. The way that hold on. You said no, you said it was. Yeah, you said it was. But also you gave it its credit where you said he tried new things out. He elevated his sound. So why are we giving us that face now, nigga?
Because it's not better than the other ones that I have on that list.
That's cap.
I've gone back and listened to that album, and there's some songs that I like a lot, and there's some that I'm just like, this is stupid as shit. For example, Pink Panties is a trash song to me.
Okay, that's one song.
I don't know what the hell.
16 is one of the best on the album, and Lost Souls. When they came out with that Brent.
But if I'm gonna go back, if I'm gonna compare this to his older stuff, yeah, Die For My Bitch is that.
You forgot Issues, Coco.
No. I said Issues my favorite. Issues my favorite on the album.
Family Ties, Do Rag Activity.
Yeah, yo, come on, yo. I like the Keem because I'm also, as y'all know, big fan of Kanye, and there's also a lot of Kanye influences on the Keem.
Other than maybe ASAP, ASAP has videos like LSD that are very contemporary. Where I watch them now, they seem to have not aged at all. I think Keem has incredible music videos. Yeah, I think the direction on those we have to account for, in that lens. I think even that alone, you could argue that could be a top 5 album for the way that he's artistically presenting visually his music. I will acknowledge that.
No, he's phenomenal. He's changing, and it's cool. It's like we're growing with him.
Yo, honestly though, with that album, the first song is Trademark USA, which is basically like it could have fit on a Die For My Bitch. Like it's got the 2 different songs in one song. And when I heard that song, I was like, yo, this album's about to be fucking crazy again. Like the Die For My Bitch Part 2. And then he took a turn and I was like, damn. I was like, this is
wanted more. So you wanted more.
I wanted just more ragers, bro. That's what I associate with Keem.
Okay, like angsty kind of, like pop punk kind of energy.
He put that and like Scars is a beautiful song. First Order of Business is a fire song. Like you, bro, when you listen to First Order of Business tomorrow, just put on that song. You'll be like, your shoulders will be bobbing. You know what I'm saying? First Order of Business, dog. I gotta thank my mom.
Hey, guys, remember, we're not comparing Baby Keem to his old albums. We're comparing Baby Keem to this year, and specifically in this conversation, sounds like we're gonna have to compare him to Vince Staples. I mean. So I'm gonna put it to a vote. I'm gonna put it to a vote.
We have to put it to a vote right now, or can we go through the rest? What's the deal?
No, we gotta
the media. Okay,
it's Baby Keem's top 5 album. We gotta figure it out.
And it's Vince.
So okay. How do y'all feel? I'm gonna say Keem versus Vince. Are we at least saying? Are we at least saying that that's the debate right now?
Yes.
Yeah.
Bring it on.
Let's bring it to a vote.
I think Vince holds his weight.
We're gonna say in 3. Is it Vince Staples? Or is it Baby Keem? All right, on 3, fellas. 1. Okay, let's vote for. Let's vote for Baby Keem. We're gonna vote for. Should Baby Keem? Actually, let's not.
Should Baby Keem be taking the spot for Vince Staples?
Yeah. Should Baby Keem take the spot for Vince Staples on 3? 1, 2, 3.
Fuck.
I think so.
That's a tough choice for me.
I think so. Yeah. I
have to put it up there.
I think
a better album, OP.
After reflection, I think it's the better choice.
I disagree.
Why, Clyde? Why would you say so?
He can't even come to terms with it.
But I haven't listened to be honest, I haven't listened to the Keem album enough. I think Vince's is just super concise. I don't know. I think I connect more melodically with Keem. Fair. But Vince is just so hard nosed in his lyricism that it's
Vince is tough.
I don't know. I don't know if I could. I don't know if I can.
He's a great rapper. He's a great rapper.
Project.
It's tough. I think you could go either or. I don't know if I'm really.
Vince is like last three projects have been really good. Yeah. So like Vince is fire. We all know this shit. Like we understand.
That's fair. That's fair. Shit. All right. Next. Oof, I'm sweating. All right. So next we have James Blake, Friends That Break Your Heart. 2 votes for, 3 votes no. I'm gonna let both of y'all speak on, because honestly, I've heard when you mentioned it, OP, I listened to a couple of songs. It sounded vibey. You know what I mean? The production sounded very well. I could imagine if I listened to the whole thing, I'd like it, but expand on it if you don't mind.
I just think he's a genius. I think he's just really good at molding into whatever kind of sound that he wants to, whether it's in hip hop, whether it's in his own lane. He's just a really good producer. He has a really keen ear for just good sound. And I like that album a lot. I was a little late to it. I didn't even know it came out. My homie put me on and I was like, whoa, James Blake dropped. And I threw it on. I was like, we were playing it at a pregame, which is like something you wouldn't expect at all. But I was like, this is phenomenal. Like he's just very good. And I don't mind that it's not in our top 5. It's in my top 5. It has a lot of replay value for me, and that's fine.
Next up, we have Hotels, Jasmine Sullivan.
I just happened to that.
On 3,
I haven't
fellas.
listened to it. Yeah.
Hotels.
Hotels.
On 3, fellas. 1, 2, 3.
I'll take my vote on that. I'm the reason. But like you were talking about earlier, not having many R&B albums to go back to that like really came out this year that solid. That album to me stood out. That's a phenomenal album. I think she is an amazing artist. Her vocals are insane. It's a project from an R&B standpoint that I've revisited a lot. So it's up there for me personally. But
what are the vibes like? I haven't heard it.
It's a female R&B album. It's like she's in her field. She's going through. It's a Summer Walker.
But those are some of the best albums you can listen to, bro.
There's women
who fucking are dishing that shit out and like literally like letting you know how they feel.
Yeah, there's a her feature. There's 2 songs with Ari Lennox.
Yes,
it looks accessible for me based on the artists that I listen to.
The features are great, and it's just like a woman power type album. Which hey man, I support that.
Because I love women. God damn it.
Yo, patiently waiting on Ari to drop another album because Shea Butter Baby is still something that I play on the regular.
You talking about you waiting on Ari? We waiting on SZA. Man.
I'm waiting on Ari.
I'm waiting on SZA.
Need Cash Page.
I'm waiting on SZA too. And Cash Page as well. Cash Page was actually really good.
Really slept on.
Very good artist. But SZA though, that I Hate You track was fun.
All right.
SZA has a song on that James Blake tape. Really good. Check it out.
It's good too.
Very good.
This is fire, bro.
I gotta listen to that.
She's phenomenal.
Very, very good.
So next here, fellas, we have. Oh yeah, I haven't heard this album either. We got Bo Jackson, Bodie James, and Alchemist. Bodie James, I think. Yep. So on 3, Bo Jackson. 1, 2, 3.
I have to.
We didn't listen. Speak on it, Clyde. Speak on it.
The question I first have is, does anyone actually listen to this album yet?
I have not. Would you put it in there?
Never got to it.
It's not up there for me, but it's a good project.
So how do I preface this? In terms of making it, because I know it's not going to be a top 5 album. This is more of an underground sort of pick, more of a niche pick. Mm-hmm. I would say if you want a current scope or understanding of what underground rap or underground rap sort of like looks like right now, I would recommend listening to the album. Alchemist has been on an incredible run for the past few years. He released Haram this year. I mean, also similar, we have Harry Fraud that's also released. He did Hoffa with Dave East and a bunch of other projects. He really curates well to the rapper that he's creating beats for. And I think being a Boldy fan and listening to his previous projects, it really wasn't a lot of difference in movement in terms of lyricism or exploring with different flows or intonations or tones. And with the Alchemist production, it really took him to a higher level and heightened everything that I already like about him. But there's some songs on that. I think Photographic Memories, for example, on the album, has an Earl Sweatshirt feature, is one of the best songs of the year. I think a lot of like also too Boldy's a little monotone. He reminds me of Currency a little bit in terms of his drawl and the way he delivers bars, but he says some funny stuff. He's from Detroit.
Hey, R.I.P. Next we have Mac Miller Faces. On 3, fellas, 1, 2, 3. I loved it. All right, I'm not gonna lie. For the people at home, it didn't come in 3-2, but hey, Mac Miller, he's just one of those artists, yo, that like, you know, we're not gonna get another one like him for a long time, especially as Mac Miller, right? Especially as he matured. Speaking of artists that really matured as they, you know, got older, I think one of the saddest things from a music perspective about Mac Miller's passing is that you could clearly tell this man was evolving with damn near every album.
Yeah.
Yes,
One thing we're gonna be not able to see is what was going to be his next. It's going to be the same way we're talking about
when you're just waiting for it. You go, there's going to be something that's going to be landmark.
Right, exactly. You know what I mean? And he's going to be one of those artists that, you know, will try to be imitated for years and no one's ever going to be able to do it. So whenever we get opportunities like this, it's always cool to just get more Mac if we can get it.
Also, I'll say this. The reason why I didn't vote for it is because it came out back when I was like at NKU. So like that was
it's technically a reissue.
Yeah, reissue. Right. That's
why
I
have to acknowledge whoever's running Mac Miller's estate is doing a phenomenal job.
Like, bro, sometimes these artists like really tap into like another dimension damn near when it comes to this music shit. And they put like their all into it. And then when it's done, it's like, well, what do I do now?
It's so visceral when I listen to it now. Even after his passing, some of these bars hit so differently. It's so different now where I go, damn, you really did forecast that.
You did say that. Yeah, he's phenomenal, bro. R.I.P. Mac Miller, my nigga. That nigga's nice.
R.I.P. And you know, I didn't think that the conversation could get any more down after that, but now we're into our final album of the evening. Probably the biggest downer. Probably R.I.P. to
fuck this all of you niggas.
Consider this.
The Mandem is on a plane.
Consider this right more of a eulogy, if anything.
Don't care.
4 people did not think it was, and only 1 did. Now, before it, because I know you're about to go on. Let me just hear from OP really quick.
We don't need to hear from him.
Just really quick. Why wasn't this song in your top 5 in this album?
You know, it's funny because the past like 20-30 minutes there's one word that's been said a lot, and it's evolution. And it's how every single one of these artists,
I respect that.
Every single one of these artists have evolved album after album after album. There's something new that we can listen to, and there's something new that we can nod our heads and be like, wow, this guy is fucking taken to the next level. Certified Lover Boy is a regression. It's a de-evolution, if we want to use the word. He has not evolved. He hasn't done anything new. It is the same music we've heard for the past 5 years from Drake. It's not impressive. It's boring. There's a couple tracks on there, but the couple tracks on there sound like songs from other albums. No Friends in the Industry is literally another song. It's literally Enemies, or Know Yourself rather. TSU is literally what's it called? Off of that Dark Lane demo tape.
It's
like
not
all these songs.
Future, I go, just go listen to One a Time to Be Alive. We have a whole mixtape of Drake and Future.
Yes, thank you.
If you want that, go there.
Yeah, exactly. It's just nothing new, so it doesn't deserve album of the year to me.
I read somewhere somebody said, I think it was on Twitter, somebody said CLB was like Drake made a parody album. And I think that's spot on. It's like he made a parody album of Drake. It's like he took songs from other albums and just made an album, threw it out because we wanted music. It's not even a top 5 Drake album, let alone a top 5 album.
I think it's marginally better than Scorpion, in my personal opinion, if we're going to acknowledge the entire discography. I don't think Scorpion was his worst, but it was just so mid.
I just don't hear anything new.
It was mid.
Brendan is hurting right.
Listen, I just have one.
And it wasn't Donda. That's it.
Listen. You are the biggest fucking hypocrite I've ever seen like in my life. You're trying to tell me that the pace of the album wasn't that great and it was poor. Yo, your man could not out-rap Playboy Cardi on that album, nigga. Are you mad, fam?
Are you talking about the Pierre album?
No, Don. No, if it wasn't for the features, would it be a good album? Yes or no?
Which album?
Donda. If it wasn't for the features.
It'd still be a good. It would still.
It would be.
Sound,
It would be.
still be a good
Sonically,
album,
it would be
yeah.
incredible if Kanye.
With those bars?
If Kanye didn't rap and he curated that album and was like producing it, it would have been, in my opinion, a little bit better. If he wasn't rapping on it necessarily.
Okay, thank you.
In terms of him curating an album, the vibes are there.
Josh's point of him saying that, like, we already knew where the bars were gonna go. Nigga, if I text you WYD, I better get a high with a bunch of eyes and hey. What
But
the
that's
fuck
funny.
is
But
that?
that's self-aware, funny, and vulnerable though. Like when Drake says, I'm a lesbian, me too. Like if he said that and then paused and made some other joke about it, when Danny Brown goes like, stank pussy smells like Cool Ranch, like Doritos or something like that, you go, that's funny as shit, because he doubles down on that bar and just goes, I'm gonna take the piss. Drake doesn't do that.
But,
But
girls want girls to get such a bad rap for some reason. But then when I see y'all in the club, y'all dancing.
Let's also not glaze over TSU and how that's a song about sexual exploitation. Let's not glaze over that.
But it's a banger.
TSU's crazy.
She moved out of stage. She's singing her that. She's singing good.
Business?
Yeah, bro. Strippers do that shit all the time.
Straight up sexual exploitation.
Just
I got Drake in the
Nigga, you working?
I'm in this.
Hey, I'm not gonna do that.
Hold on, everybody.
I'm not even gonna do that.
Hold on. B, I want to give you this time, man. Please explain it to people why CLB is a good album. But before let me put some deodorant on my camera because your opinion about this fucking stink. So go ahead, continue. Give us your opinion. Musty ass opinion. Go ahead.
I'm gonna bring the track list again, like I did for y'all on the Dundish. Champagne Poetry. That beat by Masego. Also the bars on that. Fire.
His intros and outros are always
good. Poppy's Home. I could do without it, but decent song. Girls Want Girls, love it. Love it when it's in the club. You can sing to it. I can also be with the tings with it, unlike Donda. Anywho, in the Bible, everyone freaking loves that. Like that song's fire. Dirk kills the verse. Giveon at the end. Come on now. Love All, Jay-Z's verse was fire. Song was really meaningful as well. Obviously, Fair Trade, Josh's favorite song.
That's one of the
Not gonna lie. That's fire. Like, bro, I'm naming off real shit. Like, and then Way Too Sexy, obviously the number one song in America at one point. But I don't care. I don't care for it. But yeah, we know you hate. We know you hate it. Tough guy. Shut up.
It's a Big Mac. It's a Big Mac.
All right, bro. We get it, bro.
Food.
Like, Drake.
Can I get a double McDrizzy with extra thug?
We're not gonna fault Drake for making a good song and then niggas overplaying it. That's not his fault. TSU banger. Don't care what you say. It's a phenomenal song. The leak. Niggas were already talking about the leak.
Yo, that song is literally I'm outside in the AMG. It's
not
the same song.
It's not.
It's the same
It's
song.
It's not. But is it good?
It's not good because he literally copied the DNA of another
It's not
song.
good because it sounds like
Because
this.
we've already heard it.
What?
Yes, because you've already heard
It's a
it.
recycling of all
nothing
his
new.
previous sounds.
Man, y'all are some
Which
Hey,
is
hey.
great because we
Hey,
get
keep
it off
going,
the roll.
In Too Deep. Phenomenal song. Future.
I
also
will
killed
say the electric guitar on that song for the first half is fucking sick. I really
that.
like
Also, your girl's favorite song, Pipe Down. Because OP needs to pipe down right now.
I wish you would pipe down with this.
I wish you
album.
would pipe down, nigga, because you sound like
this-
some fucking.
This
you're a
album got
hypocrite,
one
bro.
vote.
I'm gonna fire you up. Hey,
This album got
give us-
one vote.
Give us Heartbreak. Obviously, yeah. I've heard Drake album. I don't have one.
That was my next question. Is it a top 5 Drake album?
No.
No.
So then how is it a top 5 album?
So far,
nothing was the
bro.
same.
I'm listening to some great tracks.
No, because what you have to realize is that if Drake would have dropped 5 albums this year, Brendan's top 5 would have been Drake.
Hey, hold on. Kanye West dropped 5 albums. They be in your top 5. I'm just saying, bro, this album has a lot of good songs on it. And the fact that
good
great songs.
Brendan's having a breakdown right now.
Damn, like y'all are pissing me off.
So B, so why do you think no one agrees with you? Like, why does everyone else
because bro, I'll tell you why. Because first off, the cover art, not that enticing.
Cover art? You think that's why I'm not?
No. Hold on, I'm not done yet.
That cover is almost as bad as
I'm not done yet. The certain like nothing was the same type of Drake, where it's like concise songs.
Everything was the same.
I was about to say that. Wow.
Yeah, I'm like, what do you mean?
Everything was not the same. Why does he have to push the envelope? Why can't he just make music that
Because
he
he's
wants
the
to make?
biggest artist in the world.
Exactly.
I hate that like that knock. Like because he's not pushing the envelope. Bro, he's making music that he deems that he likes to make.
But even I'm telling you, every song on CLB, and I'm just focusing on Nothing Was the Same. Everyone's bringing up the same point. Every song on CLB, we are comparing it to an exact copy and pasted song that's better on another album.
All right, bro.
If we made a top 5 most disappointing album list, it'd be up there.
Not that it's inherent.
I'm saying, look, if there's one thing about Drake that everyone says every year is that his albums disappoint. And it's because they do. They're not that great.
Because they don't get what they want. I don't give a fuck what they talking about. I am literally accepting.
I am a stan.
I don't give a shit. You see YK Osiris is sucking that nigga's meat everywhere he goes. That nigga's getting the Drake feature.
That's why I think like
I think you missed Josh's subtle you jealous.
I'm not. I'll meet Drake soon enough.
Look,
I think it's sort of a moot point. Not to be rude, but I feel like shitting on certified lover boy is a little bit of a moot point because we know we're going to get.
Hey, all I'm gonna say is, bro.
Yeah, let's wrap it up. Let's wrap it up.
We have this list.
This is the official EITR top 5 album list of 2021.
Do we want to spend another hour ranking them?
No,
my gosh. Part 2. Come back soon.
In no particular order.
In no particular order, except for the first one. Number 1 is Donda. Number 2, in no particular order. We'll just call these 1, B, C, D, and E. Call Me If You Get Lost, Life of Pierre, Dave, All Alone in This Together, and Baby, MF and Keen. I like this list. How are we feeling about the list? I like the list.
I'm really shocked that Dave snuck in there, man. I'm proud of that.
You're welcome, bitch.
I'm very proud.
You're welcome.
I really like that inclusion because I feel like that speaks to the breadth and depth of our musical taste collectively, where it shows that that we do listen to things that are like vastly different than what you would normally see in terms of a inherently like pop
culture.
I agree.
Hey, well, if anyone's listening, put it in the comments. Which list you'd like to see us do next,
and drop your top 5.
Drop your top 5s. We'd appreciate it. Yeah. But everyone, thank you so much for listening to this podcast, to this discussion. Make sure you like and subscribe. Help the brothers out. I'd like to give a big shout out to Andy, Clyde. We need y'all to come back. Top 2 guests we've ever had. Appreciate y'all. And then any other final remarks? Anyone want to shout anybody out?
Like, subscribe. Happy New Year. Merry Christmas. Happy Hanukkah. All of that. Happy Kwanzaa. You get me.
Yes, sir.
Also, stream CLB. We need.
And on that note, thank you, Eddie. Thank you, Clyde.
Peace. Happy New Year.
Appreciate y'all.
Merry Christmas.